onye duru ndị ya n'ụzọ ije si ebe niile dị iche iche ma ala Biafra anyị na-enye gị otuto anyị na-enye gị nsọpụrụ anyị na-enye gị ịja mma n'ihi ihe gbasara IPOB zuru ụwa niile oke onwe ebe ọbụla gara aga ahụ IPOB nwụ ụmụnne n'ime nzọpụta na nwere onwe Biafra anyị ji ofu obi were ịhụnanya were mmekọta nwanne na nwanne wee na-aga ije ihe na-asị na ọbụghị mmadụ dị ndụ anyị na-asị na Biafra ka kapịta nke anyị ise ọgbọ bụ ndụ mere ndụ azụ nwa mmadụ emekwere nwa mmadụ ha anyị na-ekwu ọ ga-adịrị Biafra na ise ihe Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe onye ọbụ ya nwa na onwe ya kere anyanwụ ka anyị na-edewa n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the Sabu, those that tried to take over power when I was in prison, because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. We are there today because I cursed them.
So what is this? What you like? What you like is in public? What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that? I'm killing my people. I am killing IPOBs. They are killing my people. After killing my people, you tell you to them in secret. The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell me, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do.
people go and south the Lord God of Abraham, to the land that's flowing with milk and honey. They cannot be stopped. To the rising sun, there's a star in the east, shining up in the sky, shining out so bright, it's supernatural. Be stopped. I am a bulldozer. I carry the sling of David. I'm a lion king. A lion must fall down. Jericho walls must crumble. To the rising sun, there's a star in the east, shining up in the sky, shining up so bright, it's supernatural.
I'm gonna tell you my story now, and that taproom at Port Harcourt, you know. I got a city, a lovely place. Don't regret and to Johannesburg. I haven't got plenty money on me, but I was stranded in Port Harcourt, you know. If I happen to
ọ bụ na egwu asịrị Asili umuwa na asili ewo na asili rikanuwa. Asili umuwa na asili ewo na asili rikanuwa. Umunwoke no katabulu na asili. Umunwa izu katabulu na asili. Umwaka no katabulu na asili. Umwibezelu kene na asili ewo na asili rika. Asili umwipe na asili ewo na asili rika. Asili umuwa na asili ewo na asili ajoka. Umunwoke no katabulu na asili. Umunwa izu katabulu na asili. Umwaka no katabulu na asili ewo na asili rika.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom. This is Biafra Alpha Power Media International. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the principal servants of indigenous people of Biafra here in the UK, North London coordinator to be precise, and also a host here in Biafra Power Media. And this evening, we are bringing you once again opportunity to educate our people as he may. This evening is the episode 008 of Who Sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I know that you've seen the flyer. It's a pertinent question that requires obvious answer. We were not aware of this. They told us. And as we've been asking this question, as they go by, become more evidently that those that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are hell-bent on their destruction they have mapped out for themselves. Not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I can guarantee you that every dish they have dug, they will fall into that dish one after another. Take it from me. And my monologue this evening is that I just want every single IPOB member, like our leader told us the last time he appeared in court on the 19th of March. He mention of our 4 cardinal points falls back to our code of conduct. Sometimes English language deceives us, but Onyendu was practically referring every single one of you to go back and read your code of conduct. I will give you the sense of belonging. I can categorically tell you that if you adhere to our code of conduct, you will not have any argument with anybody. Take my word for it. There is no need for arguments with anyone. If you are conversant with what our code of conduct entails, it will make your life easy and the life of those around you. And that's fact of life. This evening, I will indulge you to open your ears this evening because there's a lot of information that I'm going to let out this evening for every single one of you. Now, what we want to do this evening is to start by laying foundation on what we are going to teach you this evening. Is very, very important for every single one of you to pay attention, because there are so many falsehood and propaganda that are peddling out there. And like I said, anybody that, as I am today, I have a personal lawyer. I'm entitled to change if my lawyer is not doing what I want him to do. I had an accountant that messed up my account here in the UK. I have to apply for another one, even though he put me into a lot of jeopardy. I'm just giving you an instances. Employ people to do your work, but when they're under, performance, you're entitled to change them whenever you choose it. There's no argument. There's no permanent. Just like every single one of you that perpetuate yourself today, these cabals calling themselves the leadership. Nobody put you in position. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appointed you. So that is why when you guys started this jingle of leadership, we told you there is no leadership without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have the mandate. The mandate was not given to you. It says in our code of conduct, every single spiritual servant have 6 months and it will be reviewed. Most of you have been there for donkey time that what you guys have brought us is misery. So take that to bank and remember that we have a guidance principle, which is our code of conduct that guides us. So some of you are playing dumb, not understanding. You quote it when it suits you. Now, what I want to do this evening is I want to start by try to clarify the, some fake news that they try to, Nigerian government and their handler, Hope Uzodinma, because it's not Hope Uzodinma. We have somebody, the faceless animal called China Sanworu, the guy that is working for, what is it called, Hope Uzodinma. Some of you don't know that China Sanworu, when they told you that China Sanworu owns a hotel in Owarano, Ebonyi State, some of you didn't know. Some of us defended him then, but now it's true. It's not something that is hidden anymore. And Hope Uzodinma is looking for him. He ran away from Owerri. He can't say, he won't come here and deny it. So the script, sometimes you see him, when you see him being active in Twitter, actually, does this guy work? Does he have any job that he's doing? Someone that in Twitter 24 hours tweeting, every single is a blogger. And he says he's a commander of ESN. We'll get to that. So firstly, let's address this issue concerning our legal team, the press release they gave, and they now want to jump on it, that they said they want to withdraw. They want to withdraw from Onyendu's case. And that's not what that was all about. Just like the previous press, interview he granted about when he was analyzing what happened, when Onyendu granted him the right to do so, which I'm going to play part of that interview this evening. But firstly, let's start with this interview first. Then I have to educate you a little bit, because I know our people, they're quick to forget things. And it's our job to come here over time to give it to you the way it is, without any equivocation. We are not saying hearsay. Everything we said here is fact check, and we'll bring the evidence in your face. Please.
Kanu has threatened to stop defending the accused over the allegations of not being allowed access to their client to properly defend him. Briefing journalists in Abuja, the lead counsel, Aloy Ejimako, demanded that the trial judge, Justice Binta Nyako, should order for transfer of Kanu from DSS custody to Kuje Correctional Center to enable them have access to Kanu. Correspondent Basil Okafo compiled this report.
The lawyers offering defense to Nnamdi Kanu on the alleged treasonable felony charges filed against him by DSS have expressed their grievances over the manner the prosecution is frustrating them from not having a proper service to the accused person. They are, however, threatening to pull out from the case if the judge does not grant their request for Kanu to be transferred to Kuje Prison or any other place that will enable them have easy access to him.
If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to get a fair trial, this legal team is not going to be part of murdering justice in a Nigerian court over the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It does not mean we are going to abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will, as a group, as a team, abandon a process. We will refuse to be participants in a process that is geared to pre-program the injustice.
I hope you are listening, because I'm going to bring some publications someone wrote on their own personal Twitter handle, and they can connect the dots. He said they never. And this is the job of an elite council, to come out and tell the world what actually is happening behind the closed doors. And when you heard them saying that they oppose Mazi Nnamdi Kanu standing trial, do you know what that means? Opposing to stand trial is standing on the Supreme Court. But what is your plan? What is your plan B? Now that you know that this is political, and the same our lead counsel that used to be the special counsel said it from day one that this is extraordinary rendition. That is a political solution that is going to solve this problem. That the president that arrested, they kidnapped our leader, Dead Buhari, and his administration know what they were doing. They want to stifle us for our self-determination that we requested for referendum. He said it from onset. He was the person that actually nailed it from the beginning. Now he's reiterating it again. He didn't say he would pull out of the case. He's telling the world, this is the reason. This is making it known to the whole world what has transpired. and what is going on, which the previous so-called council and SAM couldn't do. Because that's where they're feeding fat from. How many press conferences have they held that is meaningful since this individual emerged? Now that they come to Radio Biafra to come and knock chest that they are the most trusted ones. Someone that is working, you're being paid for. And that's why some of you gone up with sentiment and emotion, thinking that probably that individual was a member of IPOB. Of course not. He was just an employee like any other person that employed to work for you. So I want them to explain it so that you guys will hear it, because I remember someone saying yesterday that you should go and listen to the video. I'm playing it because it's very, very important. But after this, I'm going to say something.
On the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let that be clear. Either you transfer him to Kuje Correctional Center or you release him on bail. Then you reinstated his bail as directed by the Supreme Court, or you send him to a private house for house arrest.
They are also asking the Federal High Court, Abuja, where Kanu is being prosecuted, to obey the judgment of the Supreme Court that faulted the revocation of Kanu's bail by the court.
The Supreme Court made an order and gave a direction and made a declaration that
Outside.
we're battling with here. And we have concern about the privacy of our conversations. Where there was a day I was consulting with him with another colleague, and they took a secret photograph of myself. They accidentally filed that photograph as part of their proof of evidence in court.
I want you to note something here. He said they accidentally filed it because it's not an evidence. Do you understand this now? Listen carefully now. He's explaining, he said they accidentally filed it because these guys will, just like those people now that are there to come out and interfere with Onyendu's legal issue, that understand absolutely nothing about legal issues. Those that are working for the zoo, proxy through Hope Uzodimma. Like the Jagaban said, that it's him that asked him to hold Onyendu after election. Election have come and gone. We understand all of that. Mandela spent 27 years, but we must be guarded. Now, our lead counsel said that they mistakenly fired it. They mistakenly fired it. Remember this word. They mistakenly fired it. I want to show you something now. Yeah? They mistakenly fired it. That's the publication I'm going to read. I want him to finish, but I want you to note they mistakenly fired the photograph they took because they have hidden cameras, devices, bugs. It's called bug. Pay attention, please.
So we now got it as an evidence, and we said, wow. So they were taking secret photographs of us.
In turn, is more now become clearer to them. Even the judge itself know that is that invasion of privacy. Because Onyendu cannot be in a position, you have somebody you want to take him, to stand a trial. It's his fundamental right to have a privacy of his own, to commune with his own legal things, to actually say what has transpired. Even someone that's in the death row has to have privacy. It's a world standard. But very, very important. Now, they're building their case with this, but somebody is misquoting this, which I'm going to show you, to tell you those that are actually against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we told you before. And that's the question become pertinent. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9 million? The same person that doing this, the one that told us. Please, let's listen to our lead counsel.
And if you go into the room, you will not see any camera. So evidently, you have hidden eyes, hidden cameras, and everything. So what and what not? So what else do they have? Eavesdropping equipment, secret listening devices, or what? So we whisper in fear. And sometimes you just have to pull him out to say something, or even pull yourself out to say something, because you're ever afraid someone is somewhere secretly recording you. How can we conduct an effective defense under these conditions? It's not possible.
Of course not.
Whether we are confident that you get a fair trial, the confidence is zero. Under present circumstances, our confidence is zero.
Remember that the argument that put it up is that they stand on Supreme Court and Onyendu should not stand any trial. When they're shouting this, ask them, what is your plan B? How do you intend to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That you are telling you, saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be abandoned because they know you're dealing with animals. The zoo government doesn't do anything. That's why they had the former so-called lead counsel and Sam there, because all of them are in it together. They have meeting before the court sitting. That's why they come and discuss. They give us date 3 months later or 4 months later. That's what has been happening. How many times have they held any meaningful press release that advanced the course of how our community has going to be released? Every effort that I have made, even before Ejimako become lead counsel, came from Ejimako. I can give you dates and time and where they happen. Even filing to ICC, I have all the evidences to show you about Iguacha massacre. Some of you forgotten that legal processes. This individual has got no clue how it works. But let's finish this video.
Zero, nada. My colleague said it here. There's no way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can get fair trial under the current conditions of his detention, which encourage the profound interference with his access to counsel and the adequate facility to conduct his defense that we initiated earlier on. There's not going to be any fair trial in that kind of scenario.
This is very standard, and this is what I expect for a lead counsel to actually make it known to public what is going on behind the closed doors. Now, let me show you what somebody wrote. And our lead counsel says that the pictures they mistakenly filed to them is now evident. But this animal called China Sanworu is writing here, say, don't forget, if there are pictures exhibits, there are also audio conversations that DSS will want to use to nail HMMK. Even the lawyers is not safe when the trial commences. You ask yourself, is this guy living in a different world? It should understand that this guy is that daft. He's that daft that he can't read between the lines. Ejimako just explained to you that they mistakenly filed it. Ejimako is not discussing with Onyenu to go and kill anybody. It's about his case. But he can see the projection. What he's telling you. All these things is what Hope Uzodimma told them to write. Because I'm not reading the junk, but I highlighted it. That's why I read it green. To just let Biafrans understand who are the people that one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that sold Onyendu. You know, he said he doesn't want to comment on this, to interfere. But he's already telling you what DSS is going to do. But first, he started Biafrans and all of us of freedom. I don't want to comment or interfere to this interview or the so-called press conference carried out at back of Mama Put street food to just mock the people, to show you how disdain this individual have. That was audio when he threatened Ejimako, but the truth is there that you cannot do anything. You can't do more than a dead rat. Because at the end of the day, whatever any man sows is what you're going to reap. Who lives by the gun must die by the gun is a very simple thing. What I'm saying to you this evening is that we're asking a question, who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The same man told us that Onyenu was sold 9 million. Tell you how they bargained and who was there. Have you asked this question? I had this coming to the radio gossip where they gossip tomorrow. Somebody should call him and ask him, who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You told us. And he told us time and the bargaining. Who told you? How did you know? This is the question. This is the question time. Dear friends, I'm not going to go into his garbage as written, but I just mentioned I want to clarify this here to everybody, that the pictures or whatnot, audio has got nothing to do with the defense counsel and our leader because they have to discuss. But Nigerian government, everybody know that Onyendu in the first place has got no case to answer as long as extraordinary rendition is involved. United Nations Human Rights Group have said it. discharged and acquitted. Everybody knows it, but they are not going to do it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to fold your hands and the word, I want our leader die in DSS dungeon? Is that what you guys are projecting? If I may ask you guys, that was their plan, but it's not gonna fight. It's not far-fetching. It's not gonna work with us. Now, I've laid this to bear because it's very, very important to clarify this. They're not gonna go anywhere with this. Now, I want to now lay some foundation based on what I'm going to talk about this evening. Now, the issue that is happening in Biafra land today, whatever you see happening in Biafra land today, there's a genesis of it. And what is the genesis? The genesis is that Chike Doziem disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and instituted sit-at-home ghost town Onyendu told them to suspend 72 hours before that particular sit-at-home started. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu communicated with this individual, told them, suspend this sit-at-home that is going to be hijacked. I'm not going to say it with my mouth. I want to play the audio where Chike Doziem disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for reference purposes. I had this audio many times, but it's very important tonight you had it because I'm going to play some other audios. We're going to compass on what I'm about to talk about tonight. Because before we start to talk about this, we need to start from the beginning. That is why we call it critical analysis. We are not here to joke, right? Very important.
And I asked our people, those that I had discussion, I said, but what is the reason? They don't even give any reason why we should suspend it. And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit-at-home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And so, with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said that NECO doesn't really, it's not the strongest excuse to give Biafrans why we should stop the sit-at-home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not. I don't come on air to.
Now I will stop it here. Chike Doziem say he will take responsibility. Now I want to make it abundantly clear to every Sandra that listens to the sound of my voice tonight. You see this comment that Chike Doziem made here. That is one of the reasons why they now hold him under ransom. When he heard that Nigerian government, the Nigerian army was looking for Chike Doziem, this is one of the evidence that the blackmailer himself, which is China Sanwo and his gang of criminals, are using against Chike Doziem. Because Chike Doziem is a vegetable. He has got no river. Chike Doziem wouldn't have questioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going into his coffin. They gave him the nerve to do that. And now they have boxed him into the corner. That's why he's not speaking. Now, let me say this to every single person that listens to someone, because they make a job for. Remember, there was a time when Simon Ekpa pushing for this sit-at-home, because that's where the guy jumped on bandwagon. We'll come to that tonight. They make a job for came out and give message that Onyendu gave him in audio and circulated it. One time they started this sit-at-home, they're pushing it to the limit. He didn't give this message to Ejiofor. Have you had Ejiofor delivered any vital message that to the public from our leader? Since when was rendition, tell me any message that comes from Ejiofor that was delivered that is meaningful. The only message that he brought that actually rocked IPOB was tell Simon Ekpa that Onyendu say take over Biafra and take Chike Doziem. When they say give him slots, that is double standard. Enemy at the gate. Onyendu tell us to go and watch. That's why I play this audio. Chike will never get away from this particular audio because he said, I will take responsibility. And it's not attributed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any shape or form. And I will prove it to you tonight. Why? That every crime that committed after Onyendu, even Onyendu, because when Onyendu was here, there's no crime in Biafra land. Everything that started in menace in Biafra land originated from the seat at home, which Onyendu was not approved of. He's the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Yes, everybody knows that. But he never okayed it. And it's on record. And Chike accepted his responsibility on audio. I will stop there. Now, I want to come back to Ejimako. When Ejimako was our special counsel, because I had somebody yesterday saying that Ejimako went to the national television, telling them that people that are working with Simon Ekpa is working for Onyendu. They misquoting Ejimako, just like the English is too hard for them to absorb. That's why I have to clarify what has just happened. They're misquoting him again. Because these are agents of provocateur. When they use the word, any word they use in turn is them themselves they are referring it to. The real agent of provocateur is that monk. Nobody knows who he is. That wimp call himself China Saworu. It is the only person that can speak on the both sides of the man, hiding under his wife wrapper. Very, very important. Now, I'm going to play that video. But before I do, let me show you what gave Ejimako the power to come out to pass the press release on behalf of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you forgot. And I want to make it clear tonight that some of you that are jumping up and down, probably they want to hold Chike to go give evidence against Onyendu. Chike, you are the originator of the crime. That if anything that happened from the day you announced, remember, you didn't announce it. Chike Saworu told you would do it because they pushed you. But it's on your name. And he pushed you again to come to the Biafra and accept the responsibility. I want to break it down to a layman perspective tonight. Now, let me show you, because if you follow Ejimako, some of us follow things methodically because we know when people are doing the right thing, there's no need for you to question what they are doing. And especially when they keep it in professionalism, unabated, you can't ask question. Ejimako has been exceptional, if you ask me, on his profession, what he has done for IPOB so far. Because every record we have recorded, everything meaningful that we have done, come from him. They're quoting him in their own appeal court. It's there, black and white. Now, let me give you why Ejimako came out and be able to speak on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. It's important. And why? Because Ejiofor and Ezekome refused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have access to the media. Ejiofor and Ezekome blocked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from having access to the media. I will show you all these things tonight. But firstly, let me show you why Ejimako did what he did and his interview and what the interview stands for, which I'm going to explain to you now. Some of you have forgotten this. Did you forget about this particular handwriting that comes from Onyendu via his special counsel? You never give it to Ejiofor because you know it will go into it will never come out. If this was given to Ejiofor, nobody will know about this because he already compromised. Some of you forgotten that Ejiofor filed lawsuit against Simon Ekpa in Oluwale. I have it here. I will show you. Ejiofor filed lawsuit against Simon Ekpa and a couple other guys for himself, not for IPOB, but he's representing IPOB, and he's suing Simon Ekpa. Tells you all you need to know. This is the letter and Onyendu gave Simon Ekpa, who gave him ultimatum if he did not come to his platform to say what Onyendu said. And he asked Ejimako to go ahead and release the press release and go into the national television and make it known to the world. And that is why when some of you idiot was asking why Onyendu didn't mention Simon Ekpa, I said some of you don't know what legal proceedings are. Things that have gone into legal proceedings, don't comment on them. Because Onyendu did the right thing by disassociating himself with anything they are doing. And remember that our leader warned from the beginning that they were going to hijack this. But Chike said he's going to take responsibility. Now, again, let me show you that it wasn't stopped there. Before Ejimako speak, Ejimako had a press release. Details that were filed to every country of the world. That Onyendu, this is on the 28th of July 2023. It's a public announcement through press release issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through his special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, to the general public and media institution. So it was widely shared across board. And some of you idiots have forgotten about this particular press release. And I will come down here. I say the publication bear, as in the bracket, as shall be reproduced below. The unedited verbatim instruction containing a direct order personal issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his own right, in his own handwritten on 24th of July 2023 through me, as Mazi Simon Ekpa instructed him to desist from calling for any seat at home henceforth and to make a public announcement to the effect of that. Simon Ekpa in bracket is in recipient of direct order from Mazi, from him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to cancel any pending seat at home in place. I will stop there, but now why I'm reading this is, but I want to bring you back to you to understand that this thing is not just about people talking. Now, this is the reason why Ejimako did what he did. Ejimako have 110% authority from Onyendu to do what he was doing. And he did it professionally. After passing this message, Simon Ekpa did not carry the instruction Onyendu instructed him to do. He go ahead and issue the press release, and he go ahead and granted interview. Now, this is the interview that you guys are referencing to. I want you to open your ears because I know some of you are daft. Simon Ekpa conversation ended on this occasion. And I told you tonight, that is why, and there's a memo that stated that DOS should not respond to Simon Ekpa no matter what. Some of you have forgotten it. I can flash it back to you. So everybody now should, maybe this broadcast, anything we do here is something that you always go back and you fall back on, right? It is not, we're having network problem. There's no network problem here. What we are doing here is something that is professional. Now, again, he said it from this particular memo from the MKJ on 15th of December 2022. It was verbatim there. It stated that DOS forbidden from responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what, including you as a member of IPOB. That's why we don't talk about Simon Ekpa. Even when we came out, we know they allowed him to do what he was doing. That's not our business. And I'm saying it tonight very clearly to you to know. Now we move forward. Again, what I want to bring to your attention is that particular audio. I need to play it to clarify things before I move forward. It doesn't matter. This program can take me 2 hours. I don't care. But I need to deliver what I came here today, because it's not just wake up and go on live on Facebook Live. This course, it takes me a lot of time to do what we do here. Some of you don't understand what's going behind closed doors. So let's move forward.
Power Media International.
Thank you for joining us on Newsnight. Now let's get something.
Thank you.
Right. Let's get something really straight here. We need some clarity for the purpose of the viewer. Okay. Those enforcing the sit-at-home order till now, who are they loyal to? Who are they answerable to? Are they answerable to Nnamdi Kanu or answerable to Ekpa?
Well, I'll speak on what I know as of counsel. That might be limited knowledge. That might be all you need to know, and our viewers tonight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. There are no two supreme leaders, and at this moment, there is no deputy leader. They have other leaders lower down the hierarchy of supreme leader and deputy leader. So standing on that, anybody that acts in the name of IPOB, whether the person acted for good or bad or for the ugly, is often attributed to the head of the organization. and the fish rots from the head. So Nnamdi Kanu is very concerned about this. He never meant for things to go this awry, to go out of control. So your question is quite relevant. So he is trying to separate the apples from the oranges here. So that not when somebody goes out there and say, I'm a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he levies violence on the general public in the name of sit at home, Nnamdi Kanu gets to take the bad name simply because he's the head of the organization. It's not fair on him. So having considered all this, he needed to provide the clarity you talked about, to separate the apples from the oranges and the...
Now, I'm going to stop it here. Did you hear what our late counsel said? Because they're misquoting him. Even he put it in writing. And he accepted. Onyendu is the screening of indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB worldwide and Biafra at large. So that is why it was very pertinent. So that particular order was carried, succinctly put on the legal proceeding to create distinction between Simon Ekpa in his activity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to clear this tonight. So anybody opening their mouth somewhere saying Ejimako accepted that Simon, whatever Simon boys are doing is attributed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He just told you here. That is why Onyendu, because it is on record. It cannot bring that as evidence in any court in the world against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The press release is there. You don't tell nation, every single sector on the world have that particular press release. Some of you don't know this. But I want to make it clear tonight. So all this cheap propaganda issue of Aloy Ejimako becoming the lead counsel, it is not our decision, it's our leader's decision. And anybody opposing this is now showing the world those actually sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the disobedience you guys brought is what has brought us where we are today. I will stop it there. I just want to clear that. And again, we have so many things to talk about tonight. And before I start to play video, I want to play a video to remind those that we are talking, because sometimes they speak, they forget. But before I go into the video I want to play tonight, I want to remind those people that is involved, what they have said in the past and what has transpired before we come into their own issues. Now, I want you to listen to Benjamin. Benjamin Imadubu. Let me just, I will call his name to the end because he was ranting last night, and it was apparently that they make mockery of themselves. And it was disheartening that they say is Biafran Radio. Biafran Radio that you and I contributed money. But let me say something here. Anything that has happened in IPOB is something that will be in our archive. Because I remember when this BTV issue come up, Austin Alban, he's European rep, he was European rep, because those people don't exist any longer, so far as I'm concerned, IPOB. Do you know why there's a fraud? The project was meant to in Italy, but we are paying money in Austria. Has an Austria account, but there's 2 accounts in Italy. But we are paying BTV to Austria. Tells you all you need to know, where they have access to manage that money. Before, because they were having misfeel that if that money goes to Italy, those in Italy will not dance into their tune. And I want to ask you today, where is BTV? That is where they did program last night. I'm going to play the video to show you platform that will spend thousands of euro. They were paying 680 euro in Padova, in an apartment where they're sleeping with each other. They bought laptop. In this modern world, when we expose them, what they are dealing with, what is it called, Rapture Media. Rapture Media stopped screaming them, and now they're doing Facebook Live. I'm doing progress right now. What did you see? What did you notice here? What did you notice? It's very important that we call a spade a spade. So Benjamin Imadubu, I want to remind you that firstly, before you went to see Onyendu, it took you 8 months or so to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And who was in charge of those approving people to go and see Onyendu? When something happens, some of us ask questions. What Ifeanyi Ejiofor did to IPOB and our leader is a story that our folk Biafras will lead to, we read and learn from. Ejiofor has signed affidavit with DSS that before anybody to see Onyendu, because he's lead counsel, he must pass through Ejiofor. So Ejiofor played because he never want people to get to our leader, even including Benjamin Nnamdi. I want to show this here. In paragraph 20, he said it here. He said, with respect to paragraph 16 of the affidavit, that the agreement between the State's Security Service and the applicant was that the only letters emanating from the lead counsel will be entertained and given to the applicant before the agreement. Several counsel, even unknown to the applicant, posed as his counsel or as a human rights protector. Exhibit B is irrelevant and does not amount to breach of the right of the applicant to his counsel. That's Ejiofor signed with DSS. That is why Ejiofor, that's why the doctors could not get access to our leader. That is what Ejiofor signed. But Benjamin Nnamdi spent 8 months to assess Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The day he assessed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want to play the interview. Ejiofor made sure that Benjamin Nnamdi sat down in his office and he was talking and he was in the background telling him what to say. But on the day as well, he gave us information. I want to remind him tonight because Benjamin Nnamdi is quite irrelevant. Number one is Benjamin Nnamdi is not even an IPOB member. That's number one. Benjamin Nnamdi, I will tell you tonight, don't forget where you come from and how you get to IPOB. Things you said last night is laughable. But I'm going to play that video. Like I say, that video I'm going to analyze about 13 minutes of it. That's why I'm going to keep it last. This program is going to get to 1 hour because I will analyze it. And I will cut that 1 hour where I analyze it and put it on YouTube after I finish the program. Just to you to know. Already there's whatever I said yesterday that's in YouTube already. Right? Now, the reason why we're doing this is because there's nothing you guys do, right? Drop a pin will not go under the waters anymore. Transmitter was in your house and some of our real station, that's like a safekeeping. Before the same people went and tell DSS, that is how you get in contact. But that doesn't make you any exception. And the DOS, now you bother yourself as member of DOS, but you are double standard because you're getting information from the both sides. And you actually confessed last night with your own mouth. Now, let me play the video after you have encounter with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what he said. And we'll visit the video, what he did yesterday, and see how far you went.
For Power Media International.
Clear. Simon Ebenwege the mandate from Onyendu. Only since I'm going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Igbo person involved in Hemaria. 3 countries we Hemaria. Also I'm going to Lord UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also I'm going to Chepara. Malami, Abubakar Malami form one group la not. Putra. Announce for bounty. Listen to what Onyendu.
This is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. He made sure that the young man sat down his desk. He's behind him. As you can see, Onyendu's picture with him is behind this idiot. This dwarf that is talking nonsense, ranting like a mad dog, right? He's there. These are men that got balls, that cannot make decisions for themselves. Very pathetic. But allow him to talk.
Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya, to kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and Kenya, the people responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought. Attack Cameroon, Kenya.
We tried to make sure he was
Lafia. Also, Mujono.
Okay, continue.
Did he hear him? He said, okay, continue. Ejiofor is telling him what to say. Ejiofor said, okay, continue. That's Ejiofor's voice on this audio. Ejiofor was the one telling this baboon what he was saying. But he didn't know when he uttered what he uttered. I want him to finish that before I continue.
Because of stop us at home. Have I stop for immediately? Then when I continue, let me sit at home.
And this is out of straight. This is what the spirit of Biafra does. And the question to Benjamin Madubo is this: are you a member of DOS, which I think yesterday you disassociated yourself, which you are not? Maybe one of the Onyindu's emissary. Maybe you have some things you have done. Onyindu sending a message doesn't make you a member of DOS. You don't have any position in DOS. That's fact. But you bundle yourself there. This issue of Onyindu with DOS, Onyindu is angry with DOS because he told them to stop it at home. Then why are you angry with Simon Ekpa? Truth must be told. Truth must be told. Why are you angry with Simon Ekpa? I'm just asking a very simple question. Because Simon Ekpa was not the person that caused it at home. It's because of the failing of the people that were supposed to do what they're supposed to do. They gave him the edge. And all of you was working with Simon Ekpa. Don't forget. Simon Ekpa said it with his own mouth. I have the audio here. It's very, very important we know. So your anger is talked about everything you pushing your energy to Simon Ekpa because that is the distraction you got. Whatever Simon Ekpa is doing, it has got to do with IPOB. I just showed you where Onyendu created that distinction. And there's a memo that said he went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and he's still calling Simon Ekpa's name. The other day he went to court, you were not allowed inside the court. You still come out and acting like a lunatic outside court, mentioning Simon Ekpa. But Onyendu have told you that DOS is forbidden to mentioning Simon Ekpa. When that is happened, anybody that you are the person that disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you claim that Onyendu is your leader. I'm pointing out the obvious that what you guys have done, because there's no way you will disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you think that people that behind you will respect you. Because none of you, without mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, none of you existed. Tonight, I want to make it clear. I've got no business with Simon Ekpa. It's clear to every IPOB member if he chooses to know. I don't tell people what to do, but it's there black and white. When you say DOS is forbidden, DOS means including DOS is the body that governs IPOB. So when it's address something to DOS, that goes with every member of IPOB, unless when he go out of his way. When you ask him to make that person, he didn't do it, and we have to caution him. And that was the end of it. Whatever he does is on him, because it is Onyendu made it legally proven. I will get to the petition they read to him in Finland, which you guys are misquoting. Because people that are talking about Kanu don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Or the proceedings we went to UK here. A lot of people, some people are talking about UK issues. But I'm going to let this audio go. Let's go into the audio that what he did yesterday. Simon Ekpa talked about Albany, so I don't need to play his audio tonight. So let's get into your own audio. The charade you guys went to do yesterday. Let's analyze it. That is the purpose, because now it sounds like you're the spokesman of the faceless animal. You guys are watering the ground, but it's a question time. Stop filming up with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is your alibi, but he's not watching it. Nobody, we're not buying that garbage anymore. Onyendu have put up a 2 press release to distance himself from Simon Ekpa, and you guys are still mentioning his name, shows that you guys have no regard for our leader, and you're not doing it because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you guys has got nothing else to offer. Just like when even Simon don't mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's quite irrelevant. If you don't mention Simon Ekpa, you guys are not breathing. We must be very, very factual in what we are doing. I'm going to stop it there. Let's get to yesterday issues, please.
Alpha Power Media International.
No, Mazi. No, Mazi. They said no. Mazi, I greet you, Washineke. Yeah, just give me, you people should give me some minutes. I want to fix something.
You know, I mean, I have to be very fair to people. This guy that doing this thing, he says Biafra Radio, Biafra TV. This is Biafra TV. Facebook Live is what this General Pizza guy was doing. And the ironic thing that this guy has been acting as a host for over, he's been doing his thing before. But for the past 2.5 years, this man has been on social media. I think I've been in program they've done twice or three or so back in the days. Even that time was struggle. This is what we go through every day. This guy wouldn't know how to admit someone on Facebook Live. Not in a different platform that will bring it to Facebook. This is mockery. So if somebody had Biafra television, you know, like Onyendu said, countries listen to Radio Biafra back in the days, and they came, they saw this. My 8-year-old son can actually admit somebody on Facebook Live. I'm just saying, this is what we contributed money when we told you. They all went to Padova. They have liaison office there. We told you all these are cabal. They share money among themselves. But the money is not forthcoming. Because people are asking questions. Fundamental one for that matter. But let's go ahead and listen.
Let me see now if I can be able to. Mazi, these people are very bad.
To do with Simon Ekpa and his autopilot criminals. That person is a criminal too, and that person is an enemy.
Well, I'm going to allow this audio to play for some reason. I've talked about Simon Ekpa, so I'm going to allow him to talk because there's things I need to talk about. So I've dealt with Simon issue. I'm not going to comment about Simon anymore, which they have, but people should need to listen. He's talking about Simon, but he's not talking about the anger of Onyendu towards themselves. He's not talking about that. That's very important. That's what stand out to me.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it very clear to me. And he said that if I go out, I should say it out to the public. That idiot, that fool, to put a lawyer and the other lawyers to represent him. You know, when I got that information, I tried to ask why. But who am I going to ask? I asked a question and I received a response, but that response I'm not convinced with that response. But so I just leave everything on when our leader regained his freedom. He will tell us why he made that case. If you are talking of the legal part of this case, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Michael Zekome, the legal team of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, led by Ifeanyi Ejiofor, has won the case legally.
Did you hear him? He said lead by Ifeanyi Ejiofor, but Zekome is the lead counsel. I told you that Ezekome was not the lead counsel. They brought Ezekome to collect 80,000 to almost 90,000 US dollars they shared together. And he did nothing. And he went behind and collected an award from dead Buhari. He just said it here. Because all of them, they are in the same boat. He said Ejiofor is the lead counsel. Because Ejiofor could not stand to watch Ejimako take over because he's unable to do anything because he has not understand. Someone does not know what a southern religion is. How are you going to approach the issue? Someone could not fight against the Onyendu invasion of 2017. Someone couldn't fight about IPOB proscription. What else could he do? What possible else could Ejiofor give to IPOB? They think he's losing people that he connivingly arrested. To get them to become slaves to him. Because he's fighting to get to know in his village. Isn't that pathetic? This man here is the double agent of our time. These are the Ifajunas of our times. Talking from both sides of his mouth. Well, let's listen to him.
The whole world knows that. So what they are doing now is to buy time to see if the criminal in Finland can achieve one or two things. Their agents can help them to achieve what they want.
No. All of you are in together, though. Don't stop referring. China Stanworu he ran away from Owele. You are a spokesman, he come to water the ground. The billions he said they spend, which one they give to you people? Where's your own cut of the money? He ran away from me here, probably went back. Maybe you recoup yourself. That's something he said yesterday. We don't want to get into your issue because we know what he did. But he simply said it yesterday in that interview. And if he's not in this audio, I'm going to revisit that particular comment you made about what was given to you. I want you to save this particular program because it's going to come back. Very, very important. No, it is not only Simon Ekpa. All of you are in need together. That is the question we're asking. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9 million? Who told us? Faceless wimp told us how it was bargained. So stop using Simon Ekpa as alibi. We are not buying it. It doesn't work for us. Simon Ekpa, whatever he's doing is equal to the task because when the time comes, he's going to answer to it. And that shouldn't be your worries. That's how I say it. That is when you have created that distinction. And the world is aware of it.
By using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and ESN to be committing crime in our place, so that everything they are committing, they will just put it on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and give judgment on him. But no. I want to tell them that in the name of IPOB, to perpetrate crime in the name of ESN, so that they will jail him. From that day they made that decision to do that evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every one of them will start to die one after the other.
And you will be the first person to die. You will be Benjamin Imadibu, Madikam. You will be the first person to die. You will be the first person to die. And I say he said to that because you will be the first person to die.
That will be the day they know that they are dealing with children of God for real. Because our hands are clean. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hands are very clean.
Yeah, he
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hands are clean. We know that, but your hands are not clean. So don't include yourself with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, please.
One day, ask any IPOB or broadcasting in Radio Biafra or directly or indirectly asking anybody to kill anybody. He never did that. He never. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won every one of us in IPOB worldwide. Any day you start to kill our people, that will be the day Biafra will cease to come. He said it many times. People forget to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed even his father and his mother for our people. So how can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that sacrificed his parents for our
deal with this issue? Let me come again on one of your posts. This is the.
I hope you guys listen to where he said that Onyenu warn us that any day we start killing each other. I will play the audio of his own boss directing people to go and kill people. You see, this is the problem we have. Internet never forgets. IPOB never used to discuss our affair in Radio Biafra because we have zone. Every country you reside, we are a grassroots movement. But who started calling names? Who accused who first? Even when a G4 wrote a memo telling them that Onyenu said that Takano, Caroline, and Madam Nenya knew nothing about Onyenu being rendition, which they were. You know, someone who said he was talking to Onyenu on phone then. Say Takano said Onyenu was in the mountain. Takano come and clear that air. Blackmail started from the place we worship, which is Radio Biafra. But look at him talking with both sides of his mouth. You remember what Onyenu said? But you were there. When China started killing ESN commanders. You were there. You are part of it. Don't worry, we will play it.
Post I pick from you, if you can see it, is your name. Put there Mazi Benjamin. Of course, you are Mazi Benjamin, but your Facebook account was Benjamin Omadubu. Mazi, you wrote, and you wrote here, any lawyer handling our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an IPOB court case without being close to IPOB and IPOB leadership DOS, that lawyer is a stranger and can never be trusted. What do you mean by that write-up?
Sorry, brother. What I mean by that write-up is very simple. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Biafran leader alive we are seeing today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested or was kidnapped because he was asking for a referendum for the people of Biafra to determine whether they want to continue in this British Criminal Enterprises Union called Nigeria or self-determination. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made this request on the platform of IPOB as the IPOB leader. Okay? Now, anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as far as he is there in that solitary confinement at DSS headquarters, suffering for every one of us, it must be a thing IPOB will be in the forefront to make sure we do the needful to get him out of that place. Anybody dealing with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case without carrying IPOB along to know what is happening in the case of their leader, dealing with IPOB automatically not calling every IPOB member, telling them this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warn every one of us in IPOB worldwide. Any day you start to kill our people, that will be the day Biafra will cease to come. He said it many times. That word, until things change. Thank you.
And
I hope you guys heard what he said. Before this young man that just made this call, because I want you to listen to it. This audio, I think this is the last version of it. Before I'm going to get to something I want to talk about concerning the legal issues that they mentioned yesterday. Some of them are not aware of. But just remember when I asked him a question about our lead counsel, and he's used the word the so-called. Onyendu have chosen his lead counsel, and you're calling it so-called. It is quite disheartening that majority of them using word defamatory to our leader, in direct insult to Onyendu, but they're choosing the word and biting themselves at the same time. This is what, if they could say this outside, what do they say behind the closed doors? Very, very important. Let's listen to the another question, comes in the same issue, and hear what he says.
Mazi Benjamin, good evening, sir, from here. I will go straight to my question, please. And I will read out what our our brother Mazi Benjamin wrote on his platform so that he will be able to expatiate it more. He posted it, I think, 4 days ago, and it is written, it is obligation of every followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB members to accept anybody our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu choose to represent him in court. This case is our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Whoever he chooses to represent him in court shouldn't be anybody's problem or headache. The earlier we understand this, the better for us. I want more explanation on this. And the last question, because I only have 2 questions because there is no time.
Correct.
The second question is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu authorizing the activities of his assemblies and also authorize Aloye Ejimako to represent him by sidelining his legal counsel who have done marvelously well by discharging.
Even I'm going to correct this person, Paul Achebe, probably English word. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe you need to use your dictionary properly when you use the word sideline. That's a wrong word to use, even though your question is viable. But in contrary, you don't use word sideline. I think you live in Italy, right? You work in Italy. So when your company sack you, would you use the word sidelining you? Do you sign life contract with them? Some of you sound so daft. But I have to call you out here because you have a lot of things against Onyendu. Because the day I'm going to do program concerning the media war, you will be part of them. With all due respect. Things he said, we never forget. You jump from autopilot and come back and he's still rambling. So you're asking this question now using the word sideline. Even though you made him to confess publicly. But I want to remind you as well that you yourself, you're contradicting yourself. You don't use that word. There's no word sideline when you're being an employee and you're being leave your position. That's nothing like sideline in there. Your contract is finished and that's end of discussion. Take note of that, brother.
And acquitting him before the court of appeal. Is this orders coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That is the only question I want a clarification. There will be a franchise agreement.
Mazi, you understand his question, right?
Yeah, I understand the first question, but the second question is not clear.
The first question, okay, the first one understand. Okay. On our second question now. Does it mean that like now that no all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this order, all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu choose through Barrister Aloye Ejimako to be his legal lead counsel now? Or is he taking the order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not? And what really happened, Mazi?
You know what I'm enjoying here? This same General Pizza guy that is talking now, asking questions gently, was the person shouting that whatever Chikedozem says goes. I hope you remember when it was a jingle to them. That what Chikedozem says goes. That is second in command. Now he's asking questions. Now he cannot go and ask the so-called DOS question. He's asking someone that is not even a DOS member, that are claiming to be a DOS member. That's how pathetic these men are. That is how they have lost it all. They have no ground to stand upon. He's now begging for information. But he was shouting a couple of months ago, whatever DOS says goes. DOS is in charge. Who put you in your position you are in? One man. And that's what the code of conduct says. Legally. We'll come to that. Let's continue.
Nnamdi Kanu to a sideline or open on with order fully open on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say okay no one agabu his lead counsel now or the people that represent his case. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to a sideline say those people that secured his bail, his discharge.
Isn't it ironic? He said why I secure his discharge, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in DSS dungeon. He secured his discharge and went and sworn affidavits to steal the same court, steal the discharged and acquitted. That was state managed, including the so-called son. They did that, and he asked his junior to go and sworn affidavit on hearsay. The problem is that you that cannot read. The judgment is there, and I prove it here. I have it here. I'll copy it. I'm scribbling on the screen again to remind you. The state of execution was because if Ifeanyi Ejiofor went and sworn an affidavit on hearsay. That was why they stayed on the execution. So what are you yapping about? What are you talking about, for crying out loud? Sideline who?
I don't know if I get it right. Mazi.
Okay, let me start from the second question. Please, my dear brother, number one is that there is no way you represent a client in a court without the consent of that client. As much as I know what the court process is all about. Okay? There is no way you represent a person in a court without having the consent of that person you are representing. That is number one. The issue of why our leader made that decision of dropping the people that get the judgment in appeal court to choose these people is something that I will not answer you, because only our leader knows the reason why.
He has already answered this from the beginning. That's the first audio that I played before here. He said that anybody that will represent him that is not having any contact with the DOS, that person is not and void. He said it with his own mouth. I hope you guys have listened. So that audio is in our YouTube platform. So it's easy for finance. I'm going to post it on Facebook tomorrow. So like I said, nothing you say is going to go underwater, but I'll continue messing up yourselves. Make a mess of yourself, bro.
He made that decision. I wasn't there. I wasn't there with him. After the last time they allowed me to see him on the 20th of August, 2023, up to today, I have met.
Not there. After Ejiofor allowed you, say Ejiofor not there. It was Ejiofor and Ozokome. And those that people you are involved with, this Akaba, you know what they were doing. That's a document I just showed you here. That only the council can grant access to anyone going to see Onyendu. That was why they refused Onyendu's doctors to go and see Onyendu. It is on record. It was Ejiofor, your right-hand man. So don't say there. It's all of you.
Made several attempts. They refused to allow me to see him. So I cannot give you answer to a question that I don't have the answer. So that is what I can tell you to the number 2 question. Then the number 3 question, yes. Why I said that it is our obligation to support whoever our leader chooses to represent him in court is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I know is 100% in his right senses, and he knows whatever he's doing. And I want to say this thing very clear to our people. Our leader is the one doing his case. So even if our leader today sent message to his son, Nnemeka, to come back to Nigeria and wear their black gown with wig to represent him in court, I will not be panicking. Do you know why? The reason is that that person you are seeing there is a son. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one handling his cases right from 2015. That's the simple truth I can tell all of you. But of course, lawyers are needed to do the lawyer work. But I can tell you that our leader follows his case bumper to bumper. If you look at the second to the last court he came, don't you see the bunch of file he came with? Do you know what is there? That is to show you that he is following his case. any lawyer he chooses to represent him, that is what he wants. We have no right to say otherwise.
I hope you guys listen to him. He's now contradicting himself. That any lawyer Onyendu chooses, that is his right. Onyendu choose lawyer that represent himself and IPOB. Whatever Onyendu choose is for IPOB. Ejiofor was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that employed him. He become IPOB and Onyendu's lead counsel. When he was sacked, he sacked from IPOB entirely. But you people, cabal, hell-bent, still calling him your IPOB lawyer, disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu publicly. That's one of the subordination, grossly insubordination. But you murder yourself because I think this audio ended here because this is the vital one. As things I'm going to comment upon, I don't necessarily need to put on this audio because it's going to waste a lot of my time, but I need to address them.
That was the reason why I said that whoever he chooses to represent him, it is our obligation to support that person. But we are not going to follow that person sheepishly.
You have made your point and you have made yourself look more stupid and dumb, right? Now, there's things I need to clarify here. And yesterday, there's things he said that I don't necessarily need to play here. Some of you have had the audio. I think it's about 3 hours or so without this so cranky network issue because it was on Facebook Live on so-called BTV, which is pathetic. Now, there's a place he talked about. Onyendu said that IPOB is not a family business. And he mentioned Kanu Kanu specifically. And Onyendu said it in his ears many times that IPOB is not a family business. But he's forgotten that Kanu Kanu is a member of IPOB that pays his dues, that have every right to voice out. That's number one, even though he's Onyendu's immediate younger brother. And he has paid his dues, was here with Onyendu in 2012, where Biafra started. They suffered together. That's number one. 2 parents have died. He said it with his own mouth. But what is ironically that when he went to see Onyendu, had opportunity, he never discussed about Onyendu. Tell Onyendu, oh, Onyendu, we're having issues. Oh, you know, Kanu Kanu now is the one causing problem. If he deemed it fit that Kanu Kanu was causing issues, and at the time he voiced out that there was assignment that was given to him that is not even safe from Kanu Kanu. Why would you be safe from Kanu Kanu when you know you're a double agent? It can't be safe. Because what you guys talk, he advised Kanu Kanu to wait till Onyendu come out. So how is he? Imagine if Kanu Kanu can shut his mouth for the 2 years plus now. What did you know that happened in Kenya? How did you know that Onyendu passports will retrieve? If Kanu Kanu was fold his hand, I'm waiting for you people to do something. Benjamin, I'm asking you these questions. I want somebody to tag Benjamin in Madubu. He advised Kanu Kanu to he fold his hand and wait till Onyendu come out. Is Onyendu out now? What have you done? They block you not to go and see our leader for more than 8 months. He went there once and he came and started lying, twisting whatever Onyendu told you. What you should be concerned about is telling your comrades, your cohorts, that Onyendu is angry. And they know what he means when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is angry with it. You know what it is. But because all of you, they told you that Onyendu is not going to come alive from DSS dungeon. That's number 2. Now, I want to tell you something. The lawsuit we had in United Kingdom here, presumably, you won't call that. We didn't lose the case. For some of you dumb idiots that don't understand what happened in UK, the case is still ongoing. Just like as you went now, they return you because whatever the UK government is following the proceedings of Nigeria because they are the one programming it. And we've been there. We're going to Supreme Court here in UK. I want to clear that to some of you dumb that don't know what is happening. The ones that live in UK claiming their IPOB never knew what was going on. Here in United Kingdom, they stole £12,000 was contributed as they call it a legal fundraising, which we never approved. That money went on thin air. They stole that 12,000. The lady that championed it, where is she today? I'm giving you history now. Issue of Simon Ekpa, they say they sue Simon Ekpa. You see how daft they are. The 1001 T that lives in what's it called? In Austria, there was a time it was championed that was emailing, what is it called? Finland parliamentarians and all that kind of garbage. They're talking nonsense. That doesn't tantamount to anything. I don't know what did you come up with? Nothing. Zero. Kanu Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB waited because when somebody is using Onyendu's name, IPOB is a registered organization here in UK, in Europe. So you have the right to stop anybody that defamation of character of IP of our name, someone using our name, impersonation of our name. That's registered. You people did nothing because you guys was working with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was cruising. This is our record. The only thing that happened to Simon Ekpa was that Simon Ekpa was petitioned by Onyendu's family based on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to restrain from using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name on his fundraising, on his anything that he's doing, and which is because you guys failed woefully to do what you're supposed to do. But they told they sue Simon Ekpa. Nobody sued Simon Ekpa. The people that sued Simon Ekpa was Chikerozem and his criminal gang that were making mockery of them. Said that one time they brought people from Germany, said they sued Simon, and I was laughing my head off. A job for this is a job for suing Simon Ekpa. Some of you don't forget the mockery that you guys have made yourself. This was a job for. This is a job for suing Simon from the zoo. You mentioned their name. You mentioned their name here. Where's the papers? I'm gonna show you. It's not this one here. Where's the papers? Yeah, this is the paper here. This is the paper. This is the paper. They sue Simon Ekpa with a couple other guys. This is a job for in high court. Over what? I don't have. I don't have a clue. But I'm refreshing your mind tonight. Now let me ask this question to this pizzeria guy. This guy that sells pizza, according to because if you look at this particular audio here.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Sorry. I don't want to bring this picture up on my screen, but I'm laughing. I want to ask you a question, please. Yeah. What is his name again? Because some of them, because they will hide under lying about their name. Let me mention his name to the end. Henry Okechukwu Michael. Is this Igbo name? Have you had someone that comes from me here that answering Henry Okechukwu Michael? These are people, me and them are doing IPOB. Who is answering Michael in Igbo land as a surname? If you have one person, show me. And these are people coming telling you that we are fighting for IPOB. You're talking about cases you don't even understand how you found it. What about German case? Can you people tell us what happened in Germany? Because you guys went to committed fraud in IPOB account in Germany. The account was withheld. Can you guys tell us the outcome of the legal proceeding in Germany? Stop talking about things you're not even understand what has gone over there. Talk about where you're living. You live in Germany, right? And remember when you said you're going to take them to court. I'm asking you tonight, can you please make it available to Biafrans? Tell Biafrans the way you guys went and printed the Italian account and printed the German account and give it a riffraff to air to the world what IPOB have done. Can you guys tell us what has transpired in Germany? Because in the NS, that issue must come. But like I said tonight, the case in UK is still ongoing for some of you daft. And there was never time Simon Ekpa was sued. It was petition. Caution. Caution. That was what we asked you people to do. This idiot that talking, I told him what to do. I was supposed to initiate it in UK here. But when I saw what I was doing, this animal don't even know what we are talking about. I was the person I booked the appointment with my lawyer here in UK. First time. The animal didn't understand what we're talking about. But your name is Henry Okechukwu Michael. My question to you, the case in Germany, when it's still ranting, please tell Biafrans the outcome, because there's a case in Germany. All of you know. Kennedy Collins and his cohort criminals. We are still waiting for you guys to tell us what happened in Germany. Very, very important tonight. I'm just making it known to somebody what has happened. Because you people do it. That's why I said, these things in the UK I was waiting for them. I'm not working because I don't need to stress myself. You see all these people. UK have a different law. It can trigger anything whenever you want them, as long as you have evidence. It can trigger anything here. Probably don't cost me any money. So we want to litigate somebody. First of all, you have to communicate. But they never done anything. This is what we ask. You ask. When I told them, they tell Abani to write the letter and Abani will sign. Me will do your job while you guys are stealing from us. Just when I find out, I pull out. I said no. I told my comrade when I found out that, he said, George, this people, I said, Mazi, these people have compromised. He will be able to he said, I said, Mazi, these people have compromised. He said, Lord, George, let's manage them. I said, no problem. Until everything become evident. But you see how you people met. China Sanworu, nobody knows you. Make sure when you come tomorrow, tell your friends who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for some of you gullible ones, and people are coming up to ask questions, call into their program, is the quite interactive section, and ask them a fundamental question. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? China Sanworu said, the day Onyendu was kidnapped, he was the person he spoke to our leader. He never raised any alarm till tomorrow morning. And he used come to Radio Biafra and blackmail Kanu say, give us the audio where Kanu have come and clear the air, said he never said anything like that. Wouldn't over phone, no. If you have it on phone, because you can't say somebody says something without proving it. I can't come here and say they say. No. Did you hear me from the beginning of this program to end? Did I say anything I hear say? I never say hear say. Whatever I've said here is what you said. I'm going to go into it and critically analyze it. And it's the other one, I will bring the evidence with me before I speak over it. I don't say, I'm not holding it in my hand on phone. I'm showing you on the screen. Standard. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So make sure you guys are watching yourselves. What I said, I told Chike Doziem and his cohort, I will fought this fought before. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Some of you don't know my role in IPOB. Go and ask former deputy leader. He will tell you my role. Some of them know. Even something that I don't attribute to IPOB. It's not brag. I don't know why you join IPOB. I don't know. But for me, George Umeh, my own agenda is very simple. Is Uchemofo said it, and I'll quote him verbatim. He said, either you are in IPOB, I started IPOB yapping. And that is why he resigned honorably. Some of you idiots could have just walked away. Some of you monsters could have just resigned your miserable lives and go and die natural deaths. But you know what? Your generation will never come out of this mess you guys put us. Mark my words somewhere. So my question to you tonight is that the case in Germany, give their France update on it, and so-called dead man coming tomorrow. Let's make sure you tell Biafrans, because all your agenda, who puts on is looking for you. That is on record. You run away from nowhere. Everything you're doing, we know. Because you're a jobless man. There's no someone that is doing any work in the world. From your social media activities, will prove that you're jobless. That's why you guys are seeking for funds. Telling Biafrans to cultivate. Cultivate what? Which ESN are you commanding? Flooding is everywhere. The only thing you guys do is to go and kill cow and carry the cow and sell. How many times have you guys shot cow? And I'm sure was the flying herdsman that was the header that would have flying that particular cow. Why don't you have give order? No ESN activity should show on social media. You defy those orders. You're working on your own. That is why whatever you guys do, that's evidence. That's why we keep on everything articulate. Everything is articulated, kept. Every information is well documented. Whatever you guys do, you're digging your own graves. Not why we're here. Mark my words somewhere. There's nothing if you drop a pin, that pin will never go unchecked. It's a promise I'm giving to you guys. Like I said, you don't know my role. You know, you are shouting. I don't get involved. You see, a barking dog does not bite. Real men don't talk. You see, real men, they never talk. What they do, they take actions. And where I know that when you have nothing to offer, you came out, you whoa at the end of the day. What are you going to do? You tell your enemy what you're going to do. What happens at the end of the day? You can't attribute yourself to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has his own method and what he says resonate with people. That voice alone will take you into coma to start with. And that's what you want to imitate. You want to become who you are not. To be fair to everybody, I want to put you guys on you guys are already on your life support. But the fact is that you guys cannot come at all. I don't care who is contributing money because what you guys are doing now is Igbo Union. Continue doing what you're doing. But you guys must understand that we will not let you guys go. He went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but Kanu is your problem. He never told Onyendu. Could have speak to Onyendu now. So you hear from him. Could have answered that question. He didn't. So that makes you guys quite irrelevant. And imagine if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings kept away waiting for IPOB, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could be today. Could you tell me where it could be? Tell me where Onyendu could have been today. If Onyendu was depending on monsters like you that have compromised. But Amadio, I will visit all of you one after another. Mark my words somewhere. This is not, I'm not making word here. All of you will die miserably because you guys are mother sleep. There's no hiding place for evil men like you because what you guys did is awful. Turn Biafra land into desolate. A lot of people. You guys are the people that cause people to start questioning their TikTok IPOB. What we do, we don't discuss it on social media. We have family meetings. When you bound every family meeting in Biafra land, you guys bring down our men on 31st of March 2023. More than 80 men because of our men there. Other commanders you don't like. Even he saw death. Your hand was there. All these things are on record. Because he could show about what he said it already. Came on the Biafra and blasted the guy. Why is brother died miserable? We have all these records. We also want to remind you, so they are yapping. Hold on to your yap. Your yap can't change anything. Because at the end of the day, Benjamin Imadibu, we talked about something which I'm going to come back to. Remember that thing you talked about? When we go into that matter, please don't burn. When we revisit that matter that you brought up yesterday, please make sure you're going to have a proper response towards it. Like I said, and there's something he said that Onyendu said, that any day we kill our own. It's not Simon Ekpa killing our own. It is you people killing our own. Because China Simon started murdering our people on a broad daylight. The girl that murdered our people on Aba massacre is here in United Kingdom, in Nottingham. Some Dream Peters. They went to Italy and collected 8 million naira to go and sow Fed Fendi and sell our men and call the soldiers to go and kill them. It is not me that say that is what happened. Because the money they collected, they told the people in Italy what they were doing with the money. And when we called them out, they came out and said, yes, we did, but we didn't tell them to go out. And we're going to revenge you. Where's the revenge tomorrow morning? Because it was them that orchestrated the plan to kill the young man with his men because Akparawa Mende knew too much evil China someone committed in Biafra land. My question to you is who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? $9 million. How do we know? You told us. I wasn't there. You gave us we have the audios. Every single word you have uttered in your mouth. That's why that radio you people seeing that you are murdered today, that radio where you guys started killing people, then we're going to confess all your evil. Because when you said anything said in Radio Biafra must surely come to pass. You see the spirit in that Radio Biafra because it's connected with the blood of our people. Everything you said there, you will come back there and confess your sin. That's why you know that you come, everything you guys do, you come and tell us. How do I know? When you said he didn't know. Just like yesterday, Benjamin Imadibu shot himself more than 4 or 5 times. But the pivotal one is that you're contradicting yourself about Onyendu's case, forgetting about what Onyendu told you. You know, if you have issue with Simon Ekpa, go and settle his private issue with Simon Ekpa. Because when you guys were whining and dining with Simon Ekpa, you never remember that a day like this will come. Listen to China Sanwo, the murderer himself.
Alpha Power Media International.
All of you used to see it. They come on social media. They will sack Chikedozium. Onyendu will sack Chikedozium. He will sack the DOS. All of you are seeing it. Am I the one saying, is it not all on social media? These are destruction, distracting the struggle, and they are being controlled by government fifth columnists. They don't know what, some of them don't know what they are doing. Some of them knew. Mazi, for 1 year plus, when Onyendu, everybody remembered it. For 1 year plus, when Onyendu was caught, IPOB case, do you understand me? IPOB proscription as a terrorist group in the Nigerian Court of Law. It was there. Everybody could remember when we fought for this, when we fought for that, fought for this. Please, let peace be there. at the end of the day, which date did they get us for the next cut off?
Alpha Power Media International.
If you see the way the lawyers and the Onyendu siblings, what they do on social media, how they attack IPOB leadership in the October. Do they want us to clap for them? Whoever got the case, whoever got that date, do they want us to clap for them? Because most of them left what they're supposed to be doing as legal practitioners. They are interfering in IPOB. That is why they got us 16th October 2023. And from Monday, that they are going to visit Onyendu. Any of them that comes and write rubbish, Akachineke, this night, IPOB media warriors descend on that particular person and tear him apart. If you finish tearing him apart, I'm going to show you on ground. You come out, you come this night, Mazi. Whether you are IPOB lawyer, whether you are special counsel to Makachineke, I am saying this thing this evening. From Monday, IPOB members, everybody listening. If you see anybody, whether it is Onyendu siblings, whether it is any lawyer, he said he's representing IPOB. He comes outside on social media and writes nonsense that will affect the struggle. Every media warrior descend on that person. If we find him on social media, we don't find. We will send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we send ESN on ground to pursue him.
You know, one thing in this life is that what you sow is what you reap. Because you guys was built under falsehood and circumvent IPOB into inducing people with money. Talk about media warrior. Media warrior is the people you guys are giving monetized. Now, some of you see when someone writes IPOB Rapture Media, that's nothing like IPOB Rapture Media. It never existed. It's a monetized platform which Jackson is collecting money monthly on his pocket. Maybe that money they've been sharing among themselves now with Chief Austin or Former. Because that's where all of them stream through. So the stream, as you stream Facebook and YouTube, is getting paid for it. But within themselves now, there's fire on the mountain. Because at the end of the day, people are starting to ask questions. You see that particular, how you build on falsehood, your falling will be catastrophic. Already, I don't want to comment on it because the world will see. But this is to Benjamin in Madubu who saying that Onyendi said that any day we'll start cleaning our own. But you hear him here giving order to blackmail people, use ESM to kill people in Biafra land. This is the word of Chinas Amoru. It's not word of George Umeh or any other person. It is your so-called cohort or your boss is the one saying it. And I want you to pay attention to it.
Because we sent ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we sent ESN on ground to pursue him. Because they are the one causing trouble in this struggle. Just visit. Just the visit.
Now the issue they have with Ejimako, because Ejimako is adulterated. It does not circumvent the message that he understands the ethics of the relationship between the client and his attorney, especially when someone is behind bars and it's against the law for you to lie to your client. Ejimako has carried his duty duly as his code of conduct on the law that he practiced demands. That is the problem they have with him. Ejimako signed document with DSS to control people that go and see Onion so they can hold Onyendu for infinity. I want to play one more audio. I said like this program 2 hours ago, where he was threatening Ejimako. I want to remind Chinas Amoru that there's nothing you have done we don't have. Remember this, I'm telling you tonight. And make sure you tell us who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million US. Because he told us when they were calling for the money, like he told us that you were talking to Onyendu before Onyendu was kidnapped, So everything that happened, you told us. We didn't. You told us. Not nobody told us. You told us. So listen to this.
Alpha Power Media International.
Here on behalf of IPOB leadership. Barrister, ihe anyị na-ababa afọ ọhụrụ. Achọrọ m draw your attention. Never, you and a day any press release
is threatening a whole special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a riffraff, an errand boy that live in desert, a riffraff. Nobody know who this animal is. He's threatening a whole someone that studied law in America. You live in desert. You live in Kuwait. For the rest, only abroad he have went. He left Aba and went to Kuwait. And he threatened a man that live in America and study there and read law and come back to Nigeria because he's doing his job. This is the voice of Chinasa Nwola. I want you to listen. Threatening Aloy Ejimako, our late counsel.
Gate for somebody. Or somebody complain about that a politician na press release either. Barrister a problem. You don't have the intelligence we have.
When he hear this animal, somebody that he cannot show his pet, a coward, you know, when a coward eyes cannot show his face, he ranting like a mad, insane dog. You think that he has nothing to offer. Because you're hiding your face and call some hoodlums who go and kill people. You think you're Akaton. You're invisible. Is that what it is? Bro, nobody have monopoly to violence, bro. And that's what you guys turn Biafra lands to be. Because you guys force people to pick up arms against your tyranny. That's what is happening. Because you gather people to kill other people. I'm not going to sit in my house. That's what America, you know, Second Amendment in America, every man bear arm. If I have gun in my house, you won't come and threaten me. Because I will shoot you. I will shut your ass for trespassing in my yard. You mad?
On someone. Unu na-aga na-ego unu. N'aka politicians. Unu na-aga na politicians ego. Na-agwa ha you.
You know why he's doing this? Because their job. When Soludo could not give them money anymore, you go against him. But you never see me. You just talk about Hope Uzodinma, you know, just to confuse some gullibles. Hope Uzodinma is the one they are working for. All of them bar none. Chike Doziem, Ntoni Nzurumike, so-called Chinasa Nwola, Isaiah Uba, the nitwit himself, Austin Aban, and this faceless animal. All of them on Hope Uzodinma's payroll. They all who knows that this guy was going home to go and marry the so-called deputy director of state? Oh, you had it already. We have all this information. We have all these audios. So we're not saying something that someone told us. He said it in his conversation that he went home and married. But you're deputy leader of IPOB. You're the deputy director of state of IPOB. But you're traveling frequently to Nigeria. So how is it that, why do you think that country will be granting our people asylum? Where people, prominent people like you are going back home. How? It's questionable. That's why we got it wrong. Let him talk. I need to listen to this before I close the program.
Do this, you do that. Where that every IPOB no this time around. Oh, when you get a politician last time you put ya get igara meya, igara epa with a new governor. Makachineke Aloy. IPOB day press release. Or that Enugu governor in a Kuya. Do you know how many IPOB members that man led they became more than nonsense? Eba potatulo phone. Have you brought out any person? More than 20 IPOB members are missing. This Mbane Brula. Eba potatulo any IPOB member. Ogula ide press release una bara onye nka ọ na support kwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ihuna ihe agela ndị politicians na-aga Aloy. Ịchọ ka anyị na-aga happy inwe problem. Wepa ha IPOB. Wepa IPOB. Don't interfere.
Chinasa, can I ask you a fundamental question? Did your father or your mother register IPOB in United Kingdom? Let me ask this question for crying out loud. With all due respect, did your miserable parents register IPOB in United Kingdom or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did? And sleep on the street of... Why would he stop talking about IPOB? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you talk vocally? Because you're hiding your face. I dare you to put your miserable face on Facebook tomorrow when you're coming on air to yap. Tomorrow. I hope you do that if you have balls. He talked behind the closet. Man doesn't talk. He's shouting like a mad dog. Ejimako is a wet friend. Let me tell you something. Go and ask, what's it called? What's it called? Wazulike. Some of you didn't know that Wazulike didn't go to prison because of IPO, because of Biafra. He went to prison because he kidnapped American citizens. You know, there are citizens and there are citizens. I want to give you the difference between being an American citizen or being even UK here. UK citizen is not guaranteed. When America find one of our citizens in Nigeria carrying an American blue passport, it doesn't matter if you were born in Nigeria. As long as you're an American citizen, if something happened to that person, American embassy indicate that thing. It doesn't matter. They will kill more than 1,000 people to get that person out of there. I want to remind you that if Onyendu was carrying an American passport because Britain is playing games, let me say this to you. What happened to Awanga will never happen. I want to tell people tonight, if Onyendu was an American citizen, what happened will not happen. Doesn't matter what Onyendu do. How many times have you had the American citizens being kidnapped in the countries in the world? Because Britain is complicit. So let me advise you, when you're ranting, you need to be very, very extremely careful. Some of us who've seen the world, we know countries. But there's an advantage in UK that America don't have. But I'm telling you tonight that any American citizen, I have my kids, brothers that live there. I've been there. I made a choice where I want to be. But I'm telling you tonight, when you see people that live in America that have American passport, you're seeing. It is not, that's why they can talk anyhow, do anyhow. Because they know. Once they get to American embassy, doesn't matter where they are. That's why you see them have bases everywhere in the world. They will go on to work. Take note of that when you're talking.
Audio message I send there, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
You see? You see Biafrans, yeah? Chinasa will threaten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's leg. Then he was a special counsel. After threatening him, he demanded he take that audio message, send that to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what does that tell you? Biafrans, yeah? You know, I want to talk about this tonight. This program can go on. I don't care. If you go more than 2 hours, it's fine. I'm not going to leave. I want to preach because, sometimes I come here, we rabble things, I walk away. But let's go into this deep this night. This guy says coming on air tomorrow, right? China Sanworu threatened Aloy Ejimako on a private audio message that made available to us and authorized us to air it, right? Now, after threatening Aloy Ejimako, he demanded Aloy Ejimako send that message to Onyendu. So you as an IPOB member, so what do you say about this? And if the world is listening to this, what does this signify to anybody? Do you know now who's holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I want to say it here that Aloy Ejimako should take that audio and send it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what he said. I want to said. Somebody who cannot visibly see. We only threading him on just pictures. Allegedly pictures that I'm not sure is the person. To be fair, I want you to listen. And this is people sit down and listen to.
That's when there was Nnamdi Kanu. Sikwe no him. Allow you the other man this. Okay, one with politicians. Eji chapam record hanine. I have it. Eji chapam record nine. Unu wara ine me ihe akaja. Ndị a na-egbu anyị. Ebucha anyị na-aga na site na ego just na don't worry. Ka ihe abụkwara first and last. IPOB game a press release. They or somebody. But Makachileke, day any retreat, retrieve for that press release either. There anything about it. Say who ya na game. Even na nu here. Ndunde ba nyu na ho na ebu. Ye hele many more state. You know about it. It was that mother. Naka Nigeria.
He's saying what is happening in Imo State. Who is causing what is happening in Imo State? You are the person that came and announced it at home. That is your problem, not a Reg because problem. You see how they are indicting themselves. The day you announce that particular sit at home will have the audio. You announce it on Radio Biafra. So the record is there. So whatever is happening in Southeast today, you as a person that you are the real murderer. You are the real killer. Because Onyendu told you to not institute that sit at home. And he went ahead and did it. Just like as he threatening him to go and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you don't take order from Mazi. So why would you attribute whatever your failures to Onyendu? You just said it here. Send the audio to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu means that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu means nothing to you. We want to make sure that you guys, since you guys don't listen, we will force it into your skulls.
Government. Have you condemned him?
The same hope that you're ranting about, because you are running around looking for money. You're playing double standard. The same hope that are paying you, your paymaster is the one you're referring to. You are the one that caused the issue. You need to deal with it. You need to deal with it. And it's very, very obvious. And that's why we're here.
Anna ma agwagi this okwu today. Ga were voice message a. Pa mo ma ya very very well. When I je dey ihe obele chori dey. Ope him this year. I na. Ihe ni nu mere the other one ka happy. Ndu anyi no at risk.
Thank you.
Unu nwere ndu anyi na-egwu egwu. E dey press release unu agbapụta. Dey be to politician unu na defend. Obu politician ni ji Mazi Nnamdi.
The press release they are writing is instituted by Hope Uzodimma. They went home, all of them went home, including Ima Powerful, Christmas time to go and visit Hope Uzodimma. All of them will have this is for sound information. It's not they come here and refute it. It's not hearsay. Whatever we told you is how it is. At least you can see tonight, even the write-up he wrote about about the camera and the devices was contradicted. But like I said, he's speaking in Igbo, so I need to translate what the monk is saying. Very, very important. And I have to deal with this particular audio tonight. I think the second time I'm playing it, but I think it's very, very important that I will remind them that there's nothing you have done that we don't have.
I did press release. I put full any settlement. I put you know, put up common sense. Can you do for press release against any politician or against all your blast on our people? They put a detail and you know, you can't cause them as in Nnamdi Kanu, only a friend. The same thing for last year. I did for a press release. Unpune de area. Counter area. About Grebu kind of here. Coven to the market in a Grebu. I'm gonna get for so long. With the audio message, I save very well with any Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. With any union black alloy what
He repeated it twice, not once, twice. Twice, making reference to Onyendu, direct reference to our leader. Twice, not once. He's like a pawn. He's a killer. So everybody should be scared of him. So let's listen.
Can I have a IPOB issue? Can I happy with problem? All broadcast Mazi Nnamdi Kanu focus for there. What IPOB no again? You people have caused enough damage. You made a caricature of this struggle.
Yeah.
You made a caricature of it.
IPOB. The one your miserable parents instituted, idiot.
IPOB members, thousands of people. That's an email prison. ana agba gburugburu ahụcha ebe a ga-eme ihe a na-ekoba ebe ọ bụla ebe ọ bụla ego tụkpara m kunu na-agbagharị anyị na ga-enwe problem this year ka anyị dekwa press release again pụta bịa gwa anyị onye a ịnọdụ Enugu state governor apụta na
You know, there's something about this Enugu state governor, because even Simon Ekpa, all of them, because any governor that comes in, they all go from the back and collect money. Anyone that didn't give them money, you see them talking. The press release is what they are bullying the governors with. Some of you have forgotten that when Onyendu was kidnapped, there's 2 contradicting press releases they brought, mentioning people's name. They went back and said Ifeanyi Uba was not involved. You see, these people have played caricature of themselves. But because it's threatening Aloy Ejimaka is not fringing. You're just talking. You don't have evidence to back up what you're saying. The man is focused on doing his job. That is why your heart is broken. And you can only rant. After you rant, but that rant is what is going to nail you tomorrow. Continue ranting. Tomorrow again, you're going to come and back like a mad dog. We are welcoming it because nobody's listening to what you say. All we cares about is the information you're going to give to us. As long as you come to that radio, you must confess. That's my promise to you. Continue.
Put on only proscribed IPOB members.
If you call you proscribed IPOB member, the person you call your lead counsel, what did he do? Who filed for the proscribe of IPOB? So, but I thought he said that you don't care about prescription. Why are you now concerned about prescription if it's nothing to you? Or how do you say you don't care about prescription? You daft. So why do you bother? Enugu State called you proscribed because they proscribed you. It was Southeast Governor Forums that proscribed IPOB. But did the GO4 went to file against that to counter that particular evil stuff they did, gazetted it in Abuja? Did he do it? Who did it? Same Ejimaka, you're talking to, you moron. You imbecile. Let's get this.
Self anesthesia. And you come more down. Yeah, you know me. Come with 2 years and now what would you know about?
Back like a mad dog.
I was telling you, can you hear about the last time I get the press release? Makachineke alloy. You want me to send a press release and you want problem of game. I like you get fish here out. I like you get fish here out.
Yeah. You know why I play this audio tonight? I just want to remind Benjamin in Madbug that you're part of the cabal. And as you have just exposed yourself as double agent and double standard you are, so shall you guys continue to expose yourself. You come to water ground. There's no place to hide, bro. We are waiting for you, faceless animal. Continue ranting. Ejimaka remain the lead counsellor of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at large. If you don't like it, take a hike. It's not anybody's problem. Onyendu's decision is final. Nobody knows you. I don't know your position in IPOB. So all I remember that you were in IPOB is Middle East rep, which you couldn't salvage. It's on record. Another thing is not known to man. But all this self-advertisation and self-made falsehood that you guys are perpetrating against to blackmail our people, the blackmail now is coming into your bank camps because you guys was built under the falsehood. It will never wash. Not while we're here. It's only take time. But people will know the truth. And that's why we're here. Give you that truth. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? $9 million. China Sanwo, you told us. I don't know who you are, but is a fundamental question that requires obvious answer by the dogs. You guys have bossed Chikedozium in the corner, made him to concede, and now you guys are using Nigerian military to threaten him. The vegetable is hiding under his basement in Switzerland, and now he become dumb. And that was my promise to every single one of you. Onyendu have spoken, but I thought he said that you are in charge. You're talking about IPOB. IPOB, you know nothing about IPOB. You guys was here. Conspired a woman from South Africa, change IPOB, directed our leaders, remove our leader's name here in United Kingdom and put her name. It's the same Kanu that forced that lady to return Onyendu's name. It's on record. And it's still director. Radio Biafra and IPOB Worldwide CIC. The same Kanu you're talking about single message is sent to that lady. That is why she went back and redo the evil she did. If Kanu Kanu could have kept quiet, where could Awu have been today in IPOB? Don't forget, Kanu Kanu pay his dues. He's a member of IPOB in Germany, not just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother. That's my word to you. And what we're going to do, hashtag show your receipt as a member of IPOB. Those claiming they joined 2010, give us your receipt. Because hashtag show receipt, it does not scan it. Start it tomorrow. Let us see who those are IPOB members and those are not. Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, thank you for listening. Tonight is a marathon, and this is a lot of information to you to harness. The most important thing that is good to us is that all our platform is up and running. You can only go back and listen to our programs. When time permits us, we stream them. No apology. All we are preaching here is gospel of heaven. As long as man walk this earth, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain the only leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Doesn't matter what anybody think. And Onyendu will come out. This journey we started, we will end it. The two parents have died. We are not going to back down now. Nothing will change my course on this journey. I don't care if I die tonight. So be it. That is the path I've chosen. A man shall die for one thing. We're living in abroad, in here in UK, people pay price. That's why you cannot challenge the people, their parents fight for this country. You can claim slavery, all these things are fallacy. Slavery, there's two sides of the story on slavery. I always said it. When you say we don't feel empathy to ourselves, until today we look ourselves eyeball to eyeball and apologize to what our forebearer did, then we'll move forward. Forget about white man. White man is not your enemy because it is. You won't be dying in Mediterranean Sea to come here and still complain. Just like what I saw the other day, people died. I don't comment on anything that happened in the zoo, but zoo happened to them. Grown-up men bought into boat without life jacket. That cost less than $20. And they want me to get involved and talking about it because I have nothing to do. I don't feel no empathy to anybody that died on that manner. That's your choice of death. And that's why I'm being sincere with anybody, because everything happens in the what we review things. That's things don't repeat. Even in your household, you risk assessment, you review things. At this age of era, men that say they are producing films, bought into boats, flying boats, without what's it called? Life jacket. And people are taking it as a saga. Commenting, people are talking rubbish. Every day they engage themselves with things that are meaningless. Run away from reality. I thank all of you for listening. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to guide and protect. Most importantly, our leader and Oku Kanu family is a golden gift to Biafrans at large. If he said no, tell me your family member that is in this struggle and what they have offered. Very, very important. And may the soul of our comrades and everybody that mean well to this struggle continue to move forward with us, because at the end of the day, most importantly is that our eyes are on the ball and our hands are clean. What we are asking for is equity, fairness, and justice, nothing else. If they give us this, then nobody will talk. Equity, fairness, and justice, that's what we're asking for. This thing, give it to us, and everybody will be happy. And for me from here, it's good night from London.